If you've got a kid who is not hitting for as much power as you want them to be able to hit for, or that you believe they should be able to hit for, then give me a couple minutes and I want to do a deep dive into one particular part of the swing that you need to be able to make sure your hitter is doing if you want them to be able to hit for as much pop as they possibly can. So we do these assessments. We call them power leaks assessments, where we assess swings for 17 different leaks of power in the swing that we see happen over and over and over again. And we help parents and kids and coaches design programs that help fix these things in the swing. So let me dive into like a real example of a footage that was sent in to me that we were doing a power assessment on, and I'll break down one of these most key important parts of the swing for you so you can fully understand it. And what I want to do is I want to go and I want to see where, when his front toe hits the ground, where is his body? And so we'll look at this, and now let me show you where we want it to be. And whenever I'm trying to show them what I want to do, I like to show a couple clips. This is one of them. Let me just run it for you real quick.
Perkins hits one the other way. This is carrying, and it is gone.
Okay, so it's obviously a softball example of an oppo bomb. I love oppo bombs because you got to do a lot of stuff right. But here's what I want to do. What positions does she get to when her toe hits the ground? Toe is touching the ground, and look at this right elbow. This right elbow is pulled up and back, and it is even with the shoulder, right? It's even with the shoulder. So a lot of people are like, get your back elbow up. But what happens when you do that? You get the kid, they're sitting there, they're like, oh, there, I got my back elbow up. This is, yes, it is up. Yes, it is even with the shoulder, just like that girl, but that doesn't mean that like they're like getting there the same way. So you can't just tell a kid to get their back elbow up. That's like trying to fix a clock that's batteries are dead or that's gears are broken by just moving the hands. It's like, yeah, you can get it to the right spot, but it's not working with the whole system in the way that you want it to work. And to give you some baseball examples, I've been loving watching Coastal Carolina's journey on their way to the College World Series this year, and I'm looking at his right elbow. And as he goes back, like it's extra high there, but where does it get to when the toe lands? It's going to be a little bit blurry, but you can see it's definitely behind him. And hitter after hitter after hitter looks like this. And I can show you example after example of hitters when their toes are landing. His back elbow is back, and this guy's back elbow pulls back. Right there. And look at all of the footage I've ever analyzed and assessed of kids with their power. When their front shoulder lands, they do something like this, where that back elbow is not pulling up and back. It is dropping down and forward. And so this is caused by kids who want to use their upper bodies to be dominant and not learning how to coil the body correctly in the right way. So it coils and then uncoils. It stems from, in my opinion, a style of hitting that is linear instead of rotational. But when I analyze hitters and I assess them for power leaks, which is something that we do, we have a 17-point power screen that we run kids through, and then we design programs to help them identify and fix these things. What happens is when their front toes are in the ground, their right arms are in this position right here. And I always ask people, I come up to them whenever I'm in person giving them assessment. Okay, question. If I were to get in a fight with you, and I'm not going to get in a fight with you, but would you be more scared of me if I was going to punch you in the face like this or like this? And they're always like, ooh, sometimes they flinch. Don't do that if you tell me not going to get in a fight. But the elbow pulling back and up right before you're going to deliver a punch is what rotational athletes do. It's what baseball players do. It's what boxers do. And I get that there's different style of boxing punches for different styles. But to deliver as much force as possible, there's just certain rotational principles that you need to pay attention to. And this is absolutely one of them. So if you have a hitter who is not hitting for as much power as you think they can, you go ahead and film them. You might have a game changer clip from behind, or you might have a clip from the front, or you're just throwing to them at BP and watch. Do you see their elbow pull back, where you can see the elbow behind me? Do you see it pull back as they're coming forward? If you don't, your kid has no other way to say it. Your kid is a bad rotational mover, and they probably lack some core stability. They lack some understanding of how to fire their body correctly, and they need to be put in things that teach their body how to fire in a completely different order than they're firing right now if you want them to hit for full power. So if that is something that you would like some help having done for your hitter, and you would like us to run your hitter through a 17-point Power Leagues swing assessment, check out the description section under this video. I've actually I pinned a comment there with instructions on how you can get a hold of me if you would like to send in footage so that we could help you identify and show you how to fix these Power Leagues in your hitter swing.